Amelia with Eating Made Easy. And today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the knives in your kitchen and what kind of knives you might need for everyday use and what kinds you really don't need. So here I have the knives that I primarily use, and this is really all you need. You might have one of those bigger knife blocks that has a lot of different kinds of knives in it, and if you use them, great, but these are the ones that I think are particularly useful. The first thing you need is called a chef's knife. And it can look like this. This is kind of a rounded one, or it can look like this. But it's a big knife. It doesn't have any serrations. And you want this knife to be really sharp all the time, because this is going to be the primary knife that you use for chopping vegetables, onions, lettuce, fruits, even meats before and after they're cooked. So you want to make sure that it's really sharp. And you can either have it sharpened somewhere. You can get a sharpening kind of steel, which is a long metal steel, or you can get a small handheld sharpener like this. These are less than $10, and they're really useful to just have around to do some sharpening in between when you take your knives to actually get sharpened. And it just kind of works like this. There's a small blade in there, and you just run your knife through the sharpener, and it sharpens it. So that's the first knife you want to have. The next knife is a bread knife, and this is a long serrated knife. These are called serrations, and this is what you would use for bread. You can also use it for tomatoes or other things that are tough on the surface and hard to pierce with a regular chef's knife. So this is pretty key. And then I use this small tomato knife. This also may be viewed as a steak knife, and you can use steak knives definitely for things like tomatoes. Again, something small that has a skin that makes it hard for a regular knife to pierce. So this is key. And then the last knife is a paring knife. And this you use to maybe cut the core out of something. You can use it for small pieces of fruit. A scallion, if you just want to cut a scallion with a small knife, that would work. But all of these knives together are really all you need. The last thing though is some kitchen shears or regular scissors. And these are really convenient for opening plastic bags of lettuce or vegetables or whatever else you want to open, bags of shredded cheese. Because if you use your regular knife consistently to open up bags of food and just kind of by stabbing it, then you'll slowly dull your knife. So I like to have these on hand. They're also really convenient for just chopping herbs. You can chop a scallion, you can snip fat off of meat to make meat more lean before you cook it. So they're really handy to have around. And then of course, if you eat meat or you like to have steak, you can have some steak knives that are to set around the table. But I also use these for chopping all sorts of little things, or if I just want to have a pear and cut up a pear really quickly, these are convenient to grab. And that's it. So I hope you've gotten a good idea of what kind of knives to keep around, and you can clear the clutter out of your kitchen.